Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review. This is episode number 75. This is reviewing the 863rd episode of the anime, Breakthrough, Straw Hat's Mighty Sea Battle, and the 925th chapter of the manga, The Blink. Yeah, this one is adapted from pages 6 to 17 of chapter 889, plus pages 3 through 5 of chapter number 890. Yep, so finished up 889, started 890. Yep. What happens in this episode? Mostly put, this whole episode is set in mostly two settings. Well, at least three. Yeah, there's a minor scene which is actually from the manga, and they do adapt this pretty well. They do change one minor thing. Yeah, when they get to Sanji in the episode, the three settings are basically Sanji and the Fire Tank Pirates, Big Mom and the Straw Hat Pirates, and Luffy and Katakuri. Luffy and Katakuri, once again, it's just a bookend battle. Just like it was in last week's episode. They start off with these two, and the episode ends with these two. Luffy doing various different moves like the Gum Gum Bazooka and the Eagle Maneuver, whatever it is. I think it's like Elephant Gun, I think it is. And, of course, Katakuri keeps blocking it, or he's dodging it, of course, deflecting back at him. Yeah, and, of course, the episode ends here, too. And also, Katakuri is using his future sight thing, the color of observation. Well, I think it's Matra. I think it is. Yeah, Matra, where he tries to read the future and think Luffy, what are you doing? And that's what they do with that. Mostly this one is Luffy is just the Straw Hat crew trying to avoid Big Mom's fleet. Yeah, we have Big Mom going thin, have her hair come on fire because Zeus and Prometheus come in, and Carrot finished up her battle she started last episode with her in basically her transformation. Yeah, she gets very weak. She gets very tired that she needs to cover up her eyes. So Brook basically saves her, takes her back to the ship, and she kind of goes to sleep just so she gets away from the moon. Yeah, and of course Big Mom comes on the ship after basically riding on this candy for a while. Of course, Carrot had pretty much also taken out most of the fleet in front of the Straw Hat ship, and of course the Straw Hat ship also had been deflecting and blocking cannon shots, though they don't have a problem with the thing against the water, and of course the ocean water gets on the ship. Yeah, this happens, from what I can tell, in movies all the time when water gets on the ship, and no one has really a problem with it, unless of course someone goes overboard. Yeah, and as for what's going on with Sanji and the Fire Tank Pirates, they're basically finished. The cake is already finished. They're decorated. They're almost done, of course. Then one of Benja's men tries to put poison in the cake. Sanji kicks the thing off the ship. It's like, no, don't put that in don't put in the cake. Not until she's eaten it. Yep. And, of course, Sanji has Ben's try a piece, and he loves it. It's like, okay, we'll have this cake, basically. We'll wait until after he eats it. Yeah, and of course, Pudding also passes out like usual, like a minor gag with her. And the thing with this particular scene, it's not like they go back and forth with this like kind of did last week's episode. This one, they pretty much just spend a good 5 minutes on this, and that's it. Also, as far as I can tell, Oven himself is never seen. As far as I remember, I don't think Oven's actually seen after he's supposedly killed Pound. Yeah, after that, he's not really seen again. Bevros and Pedros basically get a chance to sort of talk to each other in this episode. Yeah, Smoothie is seen for a quick cameo. Yeah, she doesn't do anything in these episodes. It seems like it's like she's just there because, well, she's there in the manga, and she doesn't do anything at all. Heck, she doesn't participate in the battles. And then, now, in case you're wondering, when is Luffy's battle with Katakuri wrap up? Not for a few more chapters. I think it wraps up with chapter, I think it was 892 or 893. Yeah, next week's episode looks like it's going to be the Straw Hat crew versus Big Mom. Also, I almost forgot to mention that Brook basically causes all of a couple of ships to cause various men go to sleep with his music, playing the violin for the first time post time skip. He's played the violin because most of the time he's played the guitar. And now he's playing the violin again with his sword. He doesn't really take anyone out with his like slice and dice thing nobody does. Yeah, he just uses violin, put him to sleep. Yeah, but at least Brooke was actually useful in this episode. I do appreciate that. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up that portion of it. It's a good episode. Can't wait for next week's one. Now for this particular new chapter of the manga. 925. What's in the cover? It is Penra, who's actually in the chapter, by the way, just making cooking stuff. And then, of course, she finds that, and then chapter opens on the ruins of the Mud King. Yeah, this is where Hawkeye Mihawk lives. Penra basically reads paper, and Gekko Moria is alive. Yeah, it was never revealed he actually was killed. And then we see Hawkeye Mihawk, though he's referred to as Draco Mihawk, but yeah, it's Hawkeye Mihawk. Yeah, and apparently she's been cooking his meals the whole time she's been living there. Yeah, and of course, the possibility was left. And then we see Gekko Moria. First time post-time skip he's been seen. Yeah, and he's got a bounty now. It's 320 million. Because he's no longer a warlord, he's got a bounty again. Because when he was a warlord, this bounty was frozen. Now, he's got a brand new outfit. Yeah, this is his brand new outfit post-time skip. Yeah, that is his outfit. There he is. Yeah, that's him. That's Gekko Moria. Post-time skip. Yeah, he tears up an island through his zombie invasion. And then we see a corrupt king who also is a pirate, eating some food. And he, of course, his men trying to fight up Gekko Moria's invasion. And then we see one of the Blackbeard pirates. Oh yeah, I know this guy. This is the guy who used to be the warden of Impel Down, who joined Blackbeard. Yeah, Blackbeard is actually in this chapter, by the way. And then we see Katrina Donovan, the Moon Hunter. Crap! Don't do that, please. Seems like this. Chapter feels like Wano takes a back seat, and we just saw what else is going on during this arc. Yeah, and Gekko Moria is taking up tear out the place, and then we see Blackbeard, first full appearance of it. Now he did make a quick cameo via Shadow, at the start of the previous arc of the series. Oh yeah, and here is his bounty, Marshall D. Teach, aka Blackbeard. His bounty is 2,247,600,000. Yeah, and he's surrounded by 2 women while drinking. And he's got a new outfit too. He's got the same coat that he wore pre-time skip. Though he's got a new pair of pants. Looks like it's covered with popcorn. Yeah. And of course, he hears what happened. He hears what happened in Whole Cake, and we cut back to Wano country. Briefly, we see one of the Taro generals taking out one of Katakuri's men. Katakuri's men. We see briefly Kami. I think that's his name. Yeah, the samurai who works for the actual daimyo of the country. And we see briefly Chopper in this chapter. Yeah, he shows up. Doesn't do much of anything. He helps out the little girl. He actually treats her wounds, which is quite nice of him to do. Carrot pops up. And, of course, there's the pervy guy. And then the chapter ends with 2 members of the Beast Pirates, Queen the Plague and King the Wildfire. Just basically with their introduction. It's like the blanket never by. And it mentioned Jack. And pretty much that's it. Yeah, it's a pretty good chapter. Though this is the second act of the Wano arc. Yeah, the second act. And so far, it's really... This was a damn good chapter. It feels like that... Well, it has sort of the same feeling that of the Reverie arc. Except that... Excuse me, this is Wano, not Reverie. As a matter of fact, I don't think that arc has been... Well, it kind of ended just because of this. Yeah. Overall, fantastic chapter. Love seeing the return of Hawkeye Mihawk. Yeah, it's great to see him. This is the first... Now, this is not the first post-time skip he's been seen. Well, this is the first time... This is actually the second time post-time skip. This is the first time he's been seen since Return of Sabaody. And same with Pentra. Yeah, these two have not been seen since Return of Sabaody. It's great to see these people. Blackbeard, he did show up at the start of the Reverie arc in the very first chapter. You see him in shadow, and this chapter, see him fully. You see one member of his pirate crew, one of his captains, anyways. Yeah, he's got like a whole fleet now, and he's basically one of the emperors. Yeah, after he killed Whitebeard, he took over pretty much his whole territory. Everything that was Whitebeard's became Blackbeard's, with the exception of Fishman Island. That became Big Mom's. Yeah, apparently Zero had a Big Mom. I think it's actually the Katakuri Pirates. No, actually, it's Gecko Moore. Yeah, Gecko Moore found out how a Big Mom, so open seas not taking over the territory. I guess that's what's happening. But yeah, fantastic chapter. Great to see Gecko Moore again, despite the fact he's from kind of, well, one of the more weaker arcs of the series, though the whole thing was basically a horror story. Well, it was basically heavily inspired by a horror story, but yeah. So, that's really it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my reviews of Boruto, Hunter x Hunter, and My Hero Academia. Okay? But to you, see you next review. Bye.